What is up, guys? Matthew here and welcome back to our FIFA 21 career mode with the mighty Boro, and today we're continuing the championship marathon as we edge closer to the end of the season, with the playoffs hopefully coming over the horizon for us. As you know, we've been on an unbelievable run. In the last episode we played the best team in the division by a country mile and got a point from them, being Watford, and continued a run, which apart from that cup defeat against Forest has stemmed from all the way back at the end of December when we were battered by Blackburn. So for me, I feel like if we can keep this run going, keep picking up points in games where we're not playing well, games which we might lose, if we can pick a point up, win the games where we are playing well, and just continue being unbeaten, it's all about momentum. And if you can take momentum into the playoffs, then without doubt you're in with a chance. So that's what we're aiming to do, and we're going to try and do that with two games, Bristol City and Barnsley today, very close together. Saturday Tuesday games, so not much between the two in terms of recovery, which is probably going to be helped by this news. Dale Fry is back. He is back in training, back in contention to be in the squad. I don't think he'll be in a position to start straight away, but he says that he's happy, he's 100% recovered, and he wants to be in the team. And we're definitely going to say we're looking forward to seeing him, and we're going to be involving Dale Fry in the team. But without any further ado, let's head to that very team sheet. So the team is pretty much as it was, unchanged from all the great form, the great run we've been on recently, but it is good to see Dale Fry back on the bench, and ideally, because of Grant Hall's lack of fitness and stamina, he really does struggle Saturday, Tuesday. If we do start getting into a busy period like I think we will be, then I think Fry alongside Tomori, it will be a dream partnership, and Hall is definitely a good enough backup defender to come in maybe once every week, once every Saturday, Tuesday game or something like that. But without any further ado, it's Bristol City at home. They're underperforming, I'd say, this season, Bristol City, but it's still going to be a tough game.
Spence. Credit to them for winning back possession.
Well, straight away, the pressing of Bristol City is showing as Vyman wipes out Jed Spence.
Well, the attack looks promising.
Came from absolutely nowhere as Bristol City look to start on the front foot here. Hunt fake shots inside,
but it can't get through.
Tomori's block, although Hunt gets it back in. No doubt this has been a very quick start from Bristol City, not helped by the fact that we've threw the ball straight back out to them. That's a free kick, as I think that was handball from Balassi. Free kick was a poor one, and it's been headed clear, and it'll allow us to come away with the ball here. And Marcus Tavernier is in acres of space, and he could put us in the lead here. Tavernier! Oh, well, what a miss. Tavernier just sliced it wide of the goal. What an opportunity. Caught Bristol City on the break. Can't believe the space we had, but Tav has got to be scoring there. It's come down to Roberts. Lovely ball. Fletcher, and he's put it wide. Another chance. And straight away we're in behind, and I don't know if there's a glitch going on with the advertising boards as the ball's going through them. Normally it would bounce off them, but anyway, two chances within a minute of each other, and both were off target. Good ball over the top, and now Tavernier is in behind here. Can he pick out someone in the box? The answer is no. Comes out to Spence, and that was always going to be a bit ambitious from our right back. The fact he went with his weaker foot as well. I think that was the wrong decision. Hence why our manager is a bit frustrated. But considering Bristol City's early pressure, we've been very quick on the break, but we've just wasted our chances.
Hunt.
Oh, and Tavernier with a fantastic block. And he's got Fletcher in, and Fletcher with another miss. Oh, what are we having to do to score? Our finishing's been shocking. Here we go again as the Boro fans are trying to roar us on. George Saville trying to get half a yard, and again, well, I don't know how Fletcher did not score from there. It was such a weak finish after Tavernier did so well to win it. And I'm worried that if this continues, we're going to be punished for not taking our chances. Here come Bristol City to try and do just that. This has been good play, and Coulson with an absolutely huge block. What a block that was from Hayden Coulson. Look at this. Last ditch stuff. It's been an unbelievable game. And I don't know how it's goalless.
Valley keeping us right up to date.
Crowd are right behind us as we push for that opening goal. Can Roberts create something from the corner? It's headed down, but down and wide by Tomori. Oh, and it might have been on target. It just sort of spun away from goal when it hit the ground. Probably would have went over anyway.
Well, that's the frustration of a manager right there, watching his play.
Tomori. George Saville with it.
I wasn't wanting to play that to Tavernier. I wanted to play it to Coulson, but that is the end of a very, very well contested first half. End-to-end stuff. Lots of attacking play.
Not me, that's for sure. I think
it's going to be a
goal fest in the second half, though.
How it's 0-0 at half-time, I have no idea. Despite both teams having chances, especially us, it's 0-0 at the break.
Played into the centre of the box.
In from Roberts, back out.
Aware of the threat, solving the problem. That's excellent defending.
It's blocked again.
The cross.
Take 3.
And a fine cross.
That was even worse than the second one. Is there a counter-attack on here for Bristol City? Jeju, Hall comes to meet him. The ball does still stay with Bristol City though. Here's Morel.
Dangerous looking attack. Still passing it around with authority.
Defending this pretty well, although some good play in and around the box. But the shot was poor in the end.
Decent positioning from the goalkeeper. Poor shot, to be honest with you.
The shot was a little bit poor as it was straight at him, but here we go. Roberts, I think he's onside. Patrick Roberts is onside, and he puts it over. Try to get it in that far corner, and oh, look how close it was. So close. But still, that goal eludes us.
The teammates.
Vyman got a bit of space. And although I think Marcy came in quite heavily, he did enough to put him off.
Now Saville. Spence.
There's got to be a goal in this game, you'd have to think. 15 minutes to go. Well, even less than that, almost 10 minutes.
Can they push ahead in the closing stages? A really intense pressure.
Bristol City don't close their lines or clear their lines. Roberts does well to beat his man. His shot is blocked, and it will go out for a corner.
The two sides still locked together, and a set piece, a corner, can make
the crowd trying to roar us on again. Plenty of men in the box to aim for. Akpom is on. The two centre-backs are in there as well as Balassi.
And firing it into the
It's
area.
looking like it's going to go to Akpom.
Still on.
Header's blocked.
Able to work down the
Morsi's
shot.
drive is closed down. And I think... Oh no, Spence doesn't get to that first.
Moore.
Bristol City
Tommy
somehow
Rowe.
come away with it.
Andreas Weimann.
Wouldn't it be harsh on us if Bristol City were to somehow nick a winner? And there's a big chance that they could just do exactly that. That was going through to Jeju, but offside. Tamori just stepped out and he is a yard off. Weimann. Still think there's a goal in this game. I just don't know who it's going to go to. That's such good defending from Morsi there, and can he get Balassi on the go? Here he is. Akpom sees the overlapping runner, Jed Spence. Can he pick out someone in the box? No, he can't. But he gets us another corner. As we are into the 92nd minute, pretty much. Another corner. Roberts whips it in. Halls heads it down, and it's off the line. I don't believe it. Bristol City clear it off the line. Tamori's still forward. Marvin Johnson is in. Oh, he's hit the post. Roberts has hit the side netting. And somehow, we've not managed to win and score in that game.
I really enjoyed that game. We'd all like to see goals flying
How?
in, we normally do with this lot.
How have we not scored? I can't believe it. Hit the post, off the line. What more did we have to do? Somehow, and I have no idea how, that crazy game finished. Boro 0, Bristol City 0. Well, that was an unbelievably crazy game, an enjoyable game, but a game that I, to this second, do have no idea how we've not managed to win that game. More frustrating is that the team below us, Birmingham, lost. So we could have stretched the gap to 7th place to 4 points and just had that little bit of a tighter grip on our playoff position. As it is, we draw the game, still unbeaten, but it does feel like a big opportunity missed, and one I hope we don't rue come the end of the season. Norwich and Nottingham Forest, the two teams above us, did not play. They, I'm guessing, are playing the day after. They might play each other, actually. So let's see how they fared. And Norwich 4 points clear. Forest are even further clear. I wonder if they did play each other. Not sure, but yeah. Oh, have they not? No, they still have a game in hand. Interesting. Don't know where Norwich and Forest's game comes from. Maybe they've got cup commitments, but nevertheless, midweek games come thick and fast. It's Barnsley next, away from home in 20th. Let's head to the team sheet. So for the first time in quite a while, we've had to change the team up a little bit. Mostly at the back. I wanted to see the Fry and Tamori partnership for the first time, but unfortunately both Tamori and Hall are both rather unfit after obviously the game we've just had only a couple of days prior, as you can see. So I'm going to put Tamori on the bench, but neither of them fit enough to start. Fry does come back in for the first time following his injury, and Nathan Wood will partner him in a steely Boro defence. Coulson is fit enough to remain as left back, however Dykesdale has to replace Jed Spence. And the midfield two do remain the same. I was tempted to put McNair in, but I've kept them two in there. Roberts has to be replaced by wing, As Roberts isn't 100% fit, Balassi, I think, is fit enough to start with Tav and Fletcher. And in fact, as Tav had a bit of a wasteful game last time out, I'm going to put Johnson in. And you know what? Akpom can start ahead of Fletcher, as the last blank we drew was a frustrating one, and this could maybe be a chance for some of our younger, well, not younger, some of our fringe players to step in and maybe make a stake for themselves to be in the team more often. But yeah, let's hope that these goals come like buses. And after waiting an entire game for one, not getting one, hopefully they all come at once here as we head to Barnsley. Fingers crossed. So we didn't lose ground on the teams behind us. I think we should ignore the teams above us, the Norwich and Forest. I think trying to chase them down is not the priority. The priority is finishing in 6th. And with Birmingham dropping points, I don't think Blackburn did. I think Blackburn gained on us. It looks like it's going to be a 3-horse race for 6th position. And with Birmingham dropping points last time and us also dropping points, we need to try and stretch the gap we have as soon as possible to give us a more comfortable end to the season, if there is such thing in the Championship. So hopefully, as Balassi is latched on the end of that, and the referees give a free kick. What's he give that for? Strange. But yeah, we want an easy run at the playoffs. We don't want this to go down to the last day. So if we can start stretching out a bit of a gap now to Birmingham and Blackburn, that'll make our life a bit easier.
Schmidt. Ritzmaier. And Chaplin has it.
Chaplin. Barnsley are throwing men forward. They've got past Coulson. The shot is saved, but the rebound is there. And within 6 minutes, Chaplin puts Barnsley in the lead. And we were just bombarded with Barnsley players. Coulson, I don't know what he's doing. And I mean, Bettinelli, did it just bounce off him? Are we unlucky it fell to Chaplin, who had a tap in? Obviously we've got Fry back in from injury, Nathan Wood in there as well. Would we have conceded if we'd have had our normal centre-back pairing in there? Couldn't have asked for a worse start here. Barnsley lead after only 6 minutes.
Things restarted. Disappointed to have conceded. There to take it away.
Well, Balassi tries to find Dijksteel. Dijksteel just wasn't there to try and receive the ball, and Barnsley have started this game full of energy. They're passing, and they're absolutely overwhelming us with red shirts. Luckily, that was a poor finish, but look how high they're pressing. This is going to be a tough game, and we're going to have to be very, very sharp.
Plenty of room in the wide area. Still trailing, but they're upping the pressure.
Dijksteel to wing.
This looks threatening.
Akpom back to Lewis wing. Lovely stuff. And that's the equaliser. Boy, did we need that. Why couldn't we have done that against Bristol City? Lovely 1-2 from Wing and Akpom, and well, you'd expect Wing to score that 100 times out of 100. It was in the centre of the goal, but he just blasted it past the Barnsley keeper, and after a tough start, thankfully we're level pretty quickly. And it's 1 each now, back to where we started.
Well, the earlier goal cancelled out, 1 apiece.
If you remember I've only just remembered that the game between these two teams at the start of our career mode was the infamous 6-4. And if it keeps going like this, we might be in for another 6-4.
Magnificent defending.
Fry reads that well, but I mean, if this game goes the way it seems to be,
because I hear there's been a goal in the Coventry game. Alan,
we might completely dwarf that 6-4. Here they go again. Look at this from Barnsley.
Up to date. Opportunity to deliver the cross.
Oh, he has to be on it with his tackle. Dijksteel runs it out. Chaplin with the ball in. Wood clears.
Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break.
But Barnsley have committed a lot of men forward. And Balassi,
Oh, he's through here.
well, he's on his own. Where's Akpom? Akpom's not even there, so he's going to have to play it across to Johnson, whose touch is dreadful.
Defending to stonewall him.
Absolutely
Comes to nothing
dreadful.
in the end.
That was a chance for Marvin Johnson there. And he just made a mess of it. I mean, look at this. This is incredible
Real
stuff.
danger.
Here come Barnsley again.
Still pushing for that goal that
Nathan
will see
Wood.
them forge ahead.
With 2 blocks, although it still finds its way back to a Barnsley player.
Serious miscue. in
Chaplin's
terms of
shot
the
is a
strike.
weak
Easy
one.
for the keeper.
No, he won't have an easier shot to save today. That was really awful.
It was easy for
finishing from the
Bettinelli,
attacker.
thankfully. I need to catch my breath. What a start this has been. Oh dear, Nathan Wood, what is that? Okay, their player's touch was a weak one.
In a position from which
This
they
is absolutely
potentially do
incredible
better
from
damage
Barnsley.
here.
They are just
Firing it in.
throwing men
And no
forward.
worries for the goalkeeper.
And again, it's the finishing that lets them down.
Oh, big chance.
Well, what a ball that is. Balassi's in here. I didn't even think he was onside. Ball to Akpom, saved by the keeper. And the rebound is there.
But the goalkeeper angry.
I mean, Barnsley are just playing so attacking. They're throwing so many people forward. We just need to pick them off. And that's exactly what we did. Dijksteel found Balassi, who was just in too much room, and a bit like their first goal, we're a bit lucky with how the rebound fell back to us, and even the rebound from Akpom was saved. The keeper just didn't have time to get up and react, and it bobbled underneath him. I mean, this is just one of them absolutely mental games. Barnsley have clearly took the approach of just attacking us relentlessly and leaving themselves open at the back. And as long as we can punish them on the counter-attack, I'll feel quite confident about us in this game as long as we can defend as well. And it's because of us catching them that we now lead. Oh my goodness. George Saville, what are you doing? Pounced upon by Cauley Woodrow. And I think it's only because Chaplin was not the tallest in the box is the reason why he didn't get his head on that.
It might be on for them.
Oh, is anyone going to go out to him? There with this shot, and it's saved by Bettinelli.
Well, his angles were all right. His reactions were superb. Great goalkeeping.
He had more time, I think, than he realised. Could have done a bit better there. Corner to Barnsley. Now it pops to play it to the edge of the area.
Advantage of the opportunity.
Headed clear.
Madswell Anderson.
Coulson standing up. It's a good cross.
Well, that was anything but a textbook header.
Whizzed across the box. And it's that man again, Chaplin. I mean, it come at him at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Couldn't get it on target.
Time coming up. Wing.
Looks like the first time in the entire half we've had a bit of calm possession.
Well, when you sit off like this, you invite pressure.
Where the game hasn't been frantically going from one end to the other. As we approach the end of the half. Wing trying to shake off Mowat. He's done that. Took the shot as well. And that was always rising. And that will be the end of the half. An absolutely breathless half of football. Barnsley have threw everything at us. And it's just because we've caught them
Well, Derek, you're right. It has played well, and goals
at the back twice that we've took advantage.
Sit back and enjoy him in the second half.
We lead Barnsley 2-1, but I think this game is far from over.
And now they get the ball.
Akpom standing the defender up here as we're looking to find a way through this stubborn Barnsley back line. Saville, Morsey with a bit of room and tried to bend that one, but it didn't really get the height on it.
Why not take the shot on? Good effort.
Yeah, didn't get the height or the bend or the curve or anything really. It was just a bit flat in the end from Morsey. He knows it.
An absolute belter, Derek.
Here's Bear, or Bear, or Bear. I have no idea how to pronounce his name, but whoever he is, he got the better of Morsey. But I think Morsey showed him on the outside enough that he could only shoot and would always do really well to score from an angle like that.
Now Saville. Lewis Wing.
Fancying a shot himself, he's hit the bar! Oh, Johnson! Well, has that got to be one of the misses of the season? Wing with an unbelievable effort, and oh, maybe we should have just took time to bring that down. Johnson, first time effort, bicycle kick, couldn't keep it down. I mean, what an effort from Wing that was. We've had some chances go begging in this episode, and that was an open goal. Here's Schmidt, plenty of red shirts converging on the box.
Still searching for the equaliser, but not
we need to keep our concentration here as we don't want to concede a penalty. Good crossing! And there's the equaliser on the hour. And Barnsley get themselves level.
Well, as we see again, that's how to score goals. Get the ball into the box.
Powerful cross.
Areas, and then he does well.
Fry not near his man. Struggled on his return today.
The keeper in the end, and that seems to catch him off guard.
Maybe we shouldn't have threw him straight in, but as is our problems at centre back when two play on a Saturday, they're not fit enough for the Tuesday.
Well, Derek, the frustration's boiling over on the touchline. He's not happy at all with the last 5 or 10 minutes.
And Barnsley in a game that just always just has goals galore. We've had 4 in this one, and it's 2 each.
This has been quite the roller coaster ride. We're getting the ball forward, and Boro unable to retain possession.
Wing's done so well to charge that down and win it back. Balassi, Akpom, and that's a little bit too easy for Chuba. For all of Barnsley's attacking pressure, it was our pressing that got us that goal. Wing did not give it up, and Balassi played it across to Akpom. The keeper should have come out. I mean, he had time to let it bounce, Akpom, and by that point the keeper had already sort of dived nowhere. He just sort of fell over and presented Akpom with half of the goal to aim at.
There's a big smile on his face. They've got the noses in front. They're in the lead. Well done.
This game is just set up for goals. Barnsley especially. Good going forward, but defensively very questionable. 3-2. These are the sort of games you really want to come out on the winning side from, because they're just so chaotic. You just want to come out on the winning side because you could easily lose them. As that's a big challenge from Nathan Wood. 2 big challenges. And the counter-attack could be on. Akpom is onside. Chuba could finish it here with his hat-trick. Good save.
That was inspirational.
Well, that's as good as a goal at the other end. Brilliant save from the keeper.
That was a very good save, and
Corner kick played in.
Corner comes in, and Akpom does make it 4.
Absolutely unplayable today. What a
His
performance.
hat-trick, and it's a great header. And finally, after one hell of a tough game, that should put it to bed.
It's a good strong ball into the box, and that's a good header. Eye on the ball, concentration.
That's such a good header from Chuba. We really have started to score from corners recently.
From a different angle.
I mean, that's just an absolutely picture-perfect header in between the goalie and the defender on the line. Fair play, Chuba, who for some reason decided to vanish into thin air at the end there. We asked him to come in, and if any of our fringe players can step in and make the
So the current
mark.
4-2.
And Akpom's done just that with a hat-trick.
Short and along the ground. Well, the defending needed to be a bit more switched on than that.
Morsey's beat 1, he's beat 2, he's beat a lot of defenders. Asombalonga
Oh, tremendous goal!
comes on, first touch for Brit.
Finish that one off. Wonderful to have that in your repertoire.
And it's 5. What was all the worry?
Well, here's the
And that all
replay.
come
It's a
from
very
Morsey,
neat piece of
just
deception to get past the
so
defender,
well
then it just gets better and
running
better
into the
from there.
box.
Superb.
And
Softly passing
again,
the ball
Barnsley's
into the net.
defence is
Lovely
just
goal.
all over the place. The keeper is as well, and it's, again, half a goal for Brit to aim at.
Well, his players have followed
We're
with
happy.
every command and sub.
We're just happy we didn't have to sub ourselves on. I mean, look at us, we're ready to go. And with his first touch, Brit Sombalonga makes it 5-2.
On they go again, and Boro beginning to run away with this.
Number 9, Brit Asombalonga.
He just loves scoring against Barnsley. It's not going to be quite a
Played into the
10-goal
centre of the
thriller,
box.
but can we make it an 8-goal thriller? Fry heads it down, it's bubbling around, and
Make sure
Brit
nothing untoward
turns and just caresses the ball into the keeper's arms. 8 minutes added on.
1 minute remaining.
Still plenty of time for more goals in this one. Barnsley aren't giving up on it.
How can he take them on and beat them?
Here's Miller.
Determined defending.
Big Steel blocks it well. Our defence has looked a bit more assured in this second half than it did in the first. And he's done Dyke Steel there. Suckered him in, then beat him.
Important interception.
Dale Fry isn't beaten though. And here is Sam Morsey. I mean, look at the room for Marvin Johnson. There's just no defending whatsoever by this Barnsley team.
Can they put it away?
And Johnson's shot is saved, as it
Not a
was
time
from
for composure
quite
on
a
the
distance. Into the 97th minute now, as this
Sam
game,
Morsey.
this frantic game will finally come to an end. Sam Morsey's felt like Lionel Messi. Look at him go. He's just beat everybody.
And that is that. The referee
But a crazy game
full
finally
time,
comes to
and
an
it's a
end.
victory for the visitors' league.
Well, it must be a
The
dream
second
as a
time
striker to play in
Barnsley
this
Boro
team.
has
They
delivered
create for
goals.
fun and have a lovely attacking
And
style
like the
about
first
them.
game, we edge it
Finishing today
this
as
time
well.
by 5-2 and a hat-trick for Chuba Akpom. Well, we mentioned about goals being like buses and coming all at once, and that's exactly what they've done there. We keep getting reminded by the club about our progress assessment. I don't know if that's them maybe trying to drop us a couple of hints maybe. We have signed one player from our youth academy, assigned to the defender position. Unless the development plan that we've put Jacobson on doesn't count as him being a defender. But he is a defender. Oh, not Jacobson, Mackinnon. He is a centre-back. And we've signed him on. So, why have we not fulfilled that? Let's have a look at his development plan just to see. I mean, he's a defender. He's a sweeper, but he's a defender. So I'm not too sure why that objective's not being fulfilled by the board, to be honest with you, because we have signed someone from the youth academy as a defender. Should we sign another one? Let's promote another defender up to the youth team. Sorry, Jacobson, I don't want you to feel left out or anything. So we've just brought up another one. He's a left back, but he's a defender in a defensive position. Gabriel Banks. And let's see if that appeases the board this time. No. I'm really, unless we need to bring in maybe instead of taking someone from our academy that was already there and promoting them to the team, maybe we have to actually go out and find a defender. So for the sake of just completing this objective, because the board are really unhappy with us, 3 months, I mean, we don't even have that much left of the season, but we're going to have to just do it. Defensively minded. I think that's what we're going to have to go for. So a defensively minded kid. Bring us back someone good. We'll sign him for the sake of it. And hopefully that will shut up the board in terms of that youth development. I guess it means bringing in a brand new player to the youth academy, not just promoting one that was already there. Yeah. Well, we're going to smash the domestic success, I'd like to think. Disappointed about the FA Cup. That's one I do regret not making the most of when we simulated it. But financial medium, we shouldn't really be affected by that too much. And we've done one of the high priority brand exposure ones. So I think we'll be okay. I think if we can get that youth one done, we will appease the board enough, even though they should be happy with the current position that we're in. And talking about that position that we're in, Nottingham Forest and Norwich seem to have just went on a holiday. They're not playing at all. They've gone on strike. And have 2 games in hand on us now. We are still behind them by only a point and 2 points. But, you know, if they win their games in hand, they will be back out of sight. Brentford, though, to be fair, are only 4 points ahead of us. And will maybe drop to 5th once Forest and Norwich play. So Brentford could start. Yeah, they might have just fell into our grasp a little bit. They lost their last game 2-0 at home to Derby. So, yeah, maybe 6th place isn't as high, the highest we should be aiming for. Maybe we should be aiming a little bit higher, as Watford have a 13-point lead at the top. My God. But, like I said, as for the teams below us, they've not played either. Neither have Birmingham or Blackburn, so we'll just simulate on a little bit. And assume that they're playing in the Wednesday night fixtures. And they were indeed playing on the Wednesday night fixtures. Which means, as were Norwich. So Norwich did play their Wednesday night game and did overtake Brentford. So, yeah, that explains why they've gone up to 3rd. I think Forest may have drew their game. There are the Wednesday night fixtures there. So Blackburn, and we're going to have to start taking note of the results around us a bit more now as we get to the crunch time of the season. Blackburn, who were below us, lost. So they're 6 points adrift of us now. Norwich won, hence why they're up to 3rd. Birmingham did beat Bristol City, so they've stayed within touching distance of us. Like I said, Norwich won, and Forest with a 3-3 draw. Wow. So that's why they are 3 points ahead of us, albeit with a game in hand. So, yeah, maybe we should start looking at Brentford as our closest target now. But, yeah, Blackburn falling away ever so slightly. Birmingham are still very much on our tail. And the question I like to know the answer to is, have we got either Blackburn or Birmingham to play? Oh, my goodness. Right. Okay, then. Birmingham it is. So we have got Birmingham to play before the end of the season. Blackburn we've played twice. They obviously have absolutely battered us. So that will be a crucial game next time in the next episode, because we could stretch our lead over Birmingham quite significantly with only a handful of games to go. So next episode proves to be a very, very big one. But as for this episode, like I say, a strange one. We had a game with no goals and then a game with lots of goals. And it is as you were. We remain in 6th position, looking to hold on to that playoff place. And if you've enjoyed this video, as always, guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for much more, and leave any comments below on the series. And we'll be back in the next episode for Derby, and then quite a big one against Birmingham. That could prove to be not make or break, but it could certainly go a long way in the race for the playoffs in the next episode. But until then, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.